Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you doing? Yesterday we had a very awesome discussion and it was all about Nigerians abroad doing, can I use the term blue collar jobs? Or should I say the way we know better in Nigeria, handwork. So, um, yesterday we had a hairdresser, sorry, a barber, and a welder call in. And I did promise that I was going to bring them live at about this time. So I do hope they're with us now so we can talk about their experiences for Nigerians who wish to relocate. Where do I stand? For instance, I'm a mechanic or a welder or a barber or a hairdresser or uh, what else? Bob says, I changed my career when I got to the US. Let's talk about that. Investor Lincoln. Uh, Lincoln, is that you? Were you the one with us yesterday? If you're not, I will take you off because I'm looking for those particular guys. Electricians. Okay, so are you one of these people, and what do you have to share with regards to your expensive or to your experiences? Motor mechanics, tailors, barbers, plumbers, panel beaters. If you're a plumber abroad in any part of the world aside Nigeria, please reach out to me right now. Okay, and let's have this conversation. If you're not, I'll just yank you off. Okay, so let me see who has send me a request, and be part of this live. uh Someone said handwork is where the money is abroad. Okay, so someone said invite me. Now, please, I will not invite you if your light is off. If you want me to invite you, switch on your lights. Yes, so we have two people here. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Go ahead. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, Daddy Freeze. My name is Adenikemi. I live in the United States. I'm a nursing student and I work PRN at the hospital. So, what I just have to say is that, like, in my class, we're about 22, and I'll tell you for a fact that 19 out of 22 students, they have like a side also in which all they do is like tailoring and hairdressing. So there was this time that I had the opportunity to like talk to a few of them. Like, girls, like, I need to pay my tuition. What can I do? Like, do I get another side also? What would you guys advise? When I saw this people paycheck from their artwork, oh my God, I was amazed. The girl that makes wigs in a week, I think in a week, she made nothing less than $3,000. And somebody that have a regular 8 to 5 job, minimum wage, does not even earn that much. So that is to tell you that, like, those people, they make a lot of money. And the good thing is that when it's time for you to file your taxes, right? If you have your own job, like you have your own artwork, there's some things that you can write off, and you collect more money in taxes. So I really believe that coming from, if I had known back then when I was in Nigeria, I would have, put more attention, more focus into like learning something, maybe like hairdressing, all this handwork, instead of going to school in Nigeria. Believe me, even with your degree from Nigeria, you still come back here and go to school. And if you don't have any skills, you are done for. Honestly, that's just what I have to say.
Oh, you're the best person to open this live session. You really are the best person to open this live session. So we're actually talking about Nigerians abroad doing handwork instead of working in offices or in hospitals or law firms or tech companies. We're talking about those who grind with their hands, those who work in car washes, those who are chefs, those who sell in the market. You
Oh,
know, we have another lady here. Hello, my dear sister. Introduce yourself, and the floor is yours.
Okay. Now I'm even scared to speak because the standard has been raised, my sister. Sorry about my voice. I'm not feeling great today.
Oh,
My
so
name is
sorry. What's
Priscilla.
wrong with you?
I originally come from Ghana. I
Okay.
live in New York State. I've been on this channel so many times. I happen to be a registered nurse. I was a nurse back in Ghana, and I had to come to America to take my nursing license all over again. But as she rightly said, everybody needs a side hustle, as I would call it, because we don't know much. We all come in as immigrants and we want to run into healthcare. But one thing is that healthcare is going to break your back. Yes, I do bedside nursing, and you come back home and you are so exhausted, your feet, your back, it's all terrible. And people go to the salon and braid. I have sister locks. This is my hairstyle called sister locks. When I sat down for the first day, they charged me about $800. Yes. Just this. It was very short. This is 2 years old. It was very short. Just this, $800. And this person who has a salon has 10 houses. She is a realtor. Yes. She has 10 houses, flipping houses, buying houses, selling houses. And I go to the hospital, break my back, and I don't make anything close to what she makes.
Wow.
Yes, so salon business is a big deal. If you happen to live around where there are so many Africans and you know how to sew, those are traditional dresses, and there's always marriages and stuff, you will make good money. But unfortunately, our educational system in Africa, it's centered more on theory. It's very theoretical. Everybody want to go to school. If you finish high school and tell your dad, I want to be a mason, I want to be a carpenter, your dad would be very angry with you. He will say, why don't you want to go to school and be like Bosse? Bosse is a nurse. Bosse is in a medical school. Then everybody forces their kids to go to school and learn the theory. People can rattle the book. They can cram everything. What is photosynthesis? They will tell you all that. But put them in a science lab, they don't know what to do because we don't have the tools to work with. We don't have, the lab is empty. There's nothing in there. So abroad, those who do the handwork, if you call a plumber or an electrician to your house right now to come and fix something for you, they charge you by the hour. He's going to use the first 2 hours to come and look at the situation and tell you that I'm going to Home Depot to go and buy materials. Another 3 hours, that is 5 hours. So if he's charging you $50 an hour, 5 hours, $250, he has not started the work yet. I'm telling
That one where you go call Musa, say Musa, my pipe the leak. Musa go come. He go charge you workmanship 3K.
yeah. The
Pipe
last time I fixed
5K.
my car,
Transport 1.5. 9 only the waka about.
yeah.
And you still pay for the
$50,
parts.
then he finally get on the ground and now do the work for another $5, 5 hours, so 10 hours. Then he's made what you make a month as a teacher or as a nurse. He makes that in just one day. Then he leaves your house, go to another house and does something else and makes his money. So it's high time we restructure our African curriculums to suit to encourage people to go and learn handwork, vocational studies, technical studies, mechanic, masonry, hairdressing, sewing. We tend to laugh at those people. Oh, we finished high school and she became a mechanic. Oh, we finished high school and I became a nurse. But you that went to the nursing school, you had strike. Your school was on strike for like 10 times. You finally graduated and you've been home waiting for the government to find you a job. But that mechanic, as soon as he finished training, he's gone and he's fixing the car and he's making his money. They are richer. Those who work, those that drive trucks, truck drivers in America.
I heard.
Like 12 hours. They are richer than an engineer or a pilot sitting somewhere.
Sure.
They are gone. They don't talk to anybody. They enter their car. They have their music on. They have their coffee on, and they are gone.
Sure.
Though we have downsized the risk on the road, away from family and all that, but they make money. The handymen make money abroad.
Yeah.
But back in Africa, we look down on them, we laugh at them. So let me just pause here for somebody else to talk, please.
Daddy Freeze, to chip in something, right? Like a couple of weeks ago, I had a Nigerian micron fix my car. I mean, because he's a Nigerian, so I wanted him to fix it instead of going to a Mexican shop. This man charged me $50 an hour, and he said he spent 8 hours. Literally, what he did in the car was he took one machine, then he inspected the battery, checked some stuff. You know, I don't really know much about cars. So all the total amount I paid was $800 just to like inspect, and he didn't buy nobody parts. Like nobody parts. Like you're in Nigeria. I was not speaking like Yoruba, my language. I was like, Uncle, like you didn't do nothing, literally. And then I was like, Auntie, this is America. We have to pay this. I was like, how many cars do you fix in a day? Because if you can make $800 from me in a single day, then that means you fix like 5 cars in a day. That's how much? That's a lot of money.
That's why many people abroad rather buy brand new cars. So with warranty, so you have a problem, you just take it to the factory and drop it. You've paid, your warranty is covered. If you have an accident, it's on insurance. Instead of fixing it, you get a new car.
Yeah.
You know, so because in Nigeria, clipper is 30,000 naira. Haircut is 1.5. Abroad, clipper is $25. Haircut is $20. So the clipper is literally cheaper than the haircut.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another lady with us, Evelyn by name. How are you doing, Evelyn?
Fine. How are you, Daddy Freeze?
I'm very well. And what part of the world are you at?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, so tell me your experience. These lovely ladies have been sharing their experiences with people who work with their hands abroad as against working in offices.
Okay. I'm a registered nurse as well. And I have a side business. So what I do is when I saw that you can make, quite good money working, doing like extra stuff on the side, I learned how to sew through YouTube. I watched a whole bunch of videos. So I can sew, I can make you a old wedding dress, I can do that. So, number one, I want to tell people, when people talk about social media, I watch your videos a lot. And I hear people say, oh, social media is negative. Yeah, there is some negative things, but you can always take good things. You can learn a lot of things. But the other time you were talking about how you make money from doing video, doing your stuff. People don't look at that, A lot of people, they focus on negative, but there's good side to it. Anyways, so I learned how to sew. I'm a nurse. During the pandemic, I was making scrub caps. Remember, I don't know about Nigeria, but here you could only find fabric. You could not find a mask anywhere. There was a time you cannot find mask anywhere in America. There was no mask. So I went on YouTube again. I learned how to make masks. I have a store. I have a shop on Etsy. I have an Etsy shop. I was selling my mask there. At a point, I was making $1,500 a day. It got
$500 a day.
Change that to Naira. $1,500 in one day.
In one day.
Crazy. Say that again.
As in one day, $1,500.
One day, I kid you not.
You said your husband wanted to go crazy.
Making masks and scrub caps because of the pandemic. Like I said, there was no mask anyway. People were going crazy. They were going to Etsy, buying masks, So the thing was, mine, I was using Ankara to make it.
Oh, wow.
So I had a reason for it to be expensive. Because it's Ankara, it's African print, it's not, it's, the good quality Ankara. That was what I was using for the scrub caps and for the mask. So the thing about doing all this handwork is that there's no limit to how much money you can make. Salary, if you're working in America, you work like per hour. You can't work 24 hours a day. Let's say you're getting paid $40 an hour. There's a cap to how much you can make at the end of the day in one day. You can do, I think in healthcare, you can do like 18 hours a day. That's the highest. You can't do more than 18 hours. But with business, whether you're sleeping, you're awake, your money will keep rolling in. You know, you still make money. So I can't. Anyways, it's the only downside to having small businesses like handcraft and stuff like that is that you may not have here. You need like you need to have health insurance. You need like long term like what 401k. You need all that stuff. So that's the only reason why. That's the only downside I see. Now you can even purchase privately, and if you don't work in the system at all, you might not be able to get like Medicare later in life. Sure, you understand. So for me, I would say it's good to have a full-time job, you know, or part-time job, something to keep you in the system, so that later in life you are there. You can get health care when you're old, when you know, because those things get expensive. But at the same time, it's very, very good to have, you know, to have like handiwork. They make a lot of money. See, my husband was when he was in Nigeria, he was a mechanical engineer. He came here, it's like he does everything. In my house, before we pay somebody for any job, because it's quite expensive, my husband will go to YouTube first. My husband, our toilet was leaking. The toilet seat on the floor, it was leaking down to the garage. So my husband went on YouTube and searched how to change the toilet. The old seat, my husband took it out, put a new one, sealed the floor that was leaking. It would have cost like 3,000 plus. But when my husband looked at the money, he was like, you know what, I can do this thing, Jared. He went on YouTube, you know, he went on YouTube and looked it up, and he did it, and it's still working. Another example, we have a Mercedes Benz. The lock was
Turn down volume. Anybody there? Sorry. Nifty, I think your music is filtering in.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry.
Yes, please. It's filtering in. Okay, sorry. It'll be your turn in a moment. All right, go ahead. I'm listening to you, Evelyn.
So the lock was bad. So my husband called a mechanic to come and look at it. He said $720. But I was like, do you think? He said, because he believes he's good though. He believes he can do anything. This man went on YouTube and said how to change the lock on Mercedes Benz. This. He checked it. He went to eBay, bought the parts. He fixed it. With this time, we spent less than $100 to do it. In this part of the world, labor is very, very expensive. It's very expensive. Like you can do your hair. You know, in Nigeria, you see how you people in Nigeria can do your hair every week, every 2 weeks. We don't have that luxury here because it is expensive. They charge you $200-$300. Especially if you convert it to Naira, you'll be going crazy. Like you know. So it's really, you know, what I can say is that especially when you're coming here, learn something. Learn every little knowledge that you have. You can be a gold mine for you. You know.
Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot. There are many things I can do. You in the comment section, what can you do? How good are you with your hands? I can do a little bit of work on my car, not too much, but a little bit. I cut my hair myself, always. Anytime you see me with a new haircut, just know I had time to bring out the clipper and cut my hair. I think the last time I was at a barber was before COVID. Once COVID came on, I like it when barbers cut my hair because the barbers can get the friction better than I can.
The shape.
They can shape better. Then they can, you see the levels better. When the barber does the work, you'd see it better. But I'll cut a decent haircut. There was a time my son never went to a barber's. Then when I get lazy I'll say, you know what, instead of spending 2 hours standing in front of the mirror, let me just go to the barber salon and chill and get somebody to do it for me. But when COVID came, I didn't watch anybody touching my face or my hair or breathing into my face. So I was like, nah. So I'm back to cutting my hair myself.
Yeah.
There are many men who cut their own hair. There are many women abroad who can braid themselves.
Yep.
Many women abroad.
Yeah.
So if you are abroad as a Nigerian, feel free to call us and share your stories. We were supposed to bring a barber yesterday. She's here with us, Niffy. And we also are expecting a plumber. If you're in the comment section already, just say hi or send me a request. Let's start with Niffy. Niffy, tell us your story. What part of the world are you in? How did you get there? And how did you start your trade? And how much do you make? And what else do you do on the side? We want to hear it all. Your volume, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. My child is playing music. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
And first and foremost,
You have to turn down the musical.
I'm sorry. Can you see the music?
Okay, it's better now.
Okay. My name is Grace, and I'm calling from Canada.
Oh, wow.
So far so good. Like this is my 12 years in barbing, and I remember when I started barbing, that was in Nigeria. It was not easy as a female barber then, because learning how to barb, I had about wasn't it 3 different salons, because the two boys actually wanted to ask they wanted to date me. Sorry, they wanted to date me. They keep like, if they have important haircuts, if they have important job to do, so what they do is that they will send me to go and buy amala. I remember that very well. Sorry.
Hi, kitty.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
So I'm sorry about that. Like, so they asked me to buy amala or to go and do something. And at the long run, when they see they can't get what they want, they asked me to mop. So I spent 2-3 months in 2 or different barbershops, and I discovered I was not learning anything. So I had to leave because I couldn't give them what they want. So it was the 3rd salon I was able to achieve, because it was an old man, and he was able to understand what I want. And at long run, I started cutting. I went to Next. If anybody lives in Egbeda, I worked there as Next Unisex Salon. I worked there for 3 or 4 years. Yeah, 3 or 4 years. Then I started saving money, because there was so much. I had a lot of clients. Like, if I'm not around, they are not cutting their hair. It's not because of anything, but because they know that I take my time to cut their hair and I give them exactly what they want. Even some actually call me Yahoo Baba, because there's a certain time I got them. When I get to salon by 8 o'clock, by 6 p.m. I've closed. Because after I cut 3 or 4 haircuts, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I just go 3 or 4 haircuts, sometimes 5. I'll just close, because those 3 or 4 haircuts, I make at least sometimes 15, 10,000, sometimes 30,000. Then I'll just close. So what else am I looking for? So I discovered that, okay, I was duped in Nigeria. That was 3 or 4 times, 800,000 naira. I was duped. I'm like, okay, my life is gone. What do I want to do with my life? So someone just introduced that, why don't you travel abroad? Right? So I said I want to go to South Africa, like, because I can't continue living this kind of life. And I said, okay, let me go to South Africa. When I get to the agent said, why don't you go to Canada instead of going to South Africa? Then I'll just go and do my master's. I said, wow, that's a good plan. He said, okay, within 2 years, everything will be done.
Wow.
And I started saving.
Okay.
So to God be the glory.
The music. Sorry, the music is still filtering in. Your baby is giving us entertainment. I'm listening.
So we're about 7 or 8 that went for the medical. To God be the glory, I was just the only one that was picked. And when I get to Canada, it was not easy, because I was 6 months pregnant. So it was not easy then. It was so hard. And because I seek an asylum. So in the shelter, I was able to gather the Nigerians one and the white one. I started cutting their hair. They're like, oh, you're so good. They're like, yeah, this is my job I've been doing when I was in Nigeria. I said, that's a very good one. So like, okay, I started cutting them. When I discovered that when I cut them, when the normal cutting outside is $15-20 per haircut.
and I do it for them $10, right? So I make it more cheaper. So at long run, when I started having my own, like I stopped. I have an apartment, and I discovered that before I can able to do this job as a business, I have to go to school because I have to have the license. Yeah.
So you had to go to school to learn how to be a barber that you knew how to barb from Nigeria.
I have to go to the school, yes.
Oh wow.
Because I need to have the license, the school license, I have to have the government license, I have to have the province license. So to have all this license, I have to go to all those things to practice it legally. So when I'm dealing with those architecture, so when I tell a client, oh, this hair you want to have, this haircut you want to have, it's not going to be okay for you. And he said, no, this is what I want. Okay, no problem. I'll just have to give you a document you need to sign. So in case anything happens to your hair, I'm not responsible for it. And then per haircut, you see it's $20, $25. You have to steam your hair, and some even come for dreadlocks because I dread my hair myself. So I also dread clients' hair. When I dread, I take $200 to $50. So if I do 2 or 3 a day, that's about is it $700 plus 2 haircuts? That's $800, right? Then I see that things are actually working fine. So ever since, I would just say that learning handwork from Nigeria is so good. It's so nice. Like, it's the best because I will not lie to you. Most people that comes abroad that don't have handwork, either they do PSW or they go to factory work or they do nursing. Like, those are very good jobs. But at the same time, when you have handwork, like you'll be independent. Let's say, for instance, myself now. Like my child now. The reason why when I came to Canada, I first applied for a salon. I take a seat so that I'll be paying every week. But long run, I had to resign because of my child. They were just coming from daycare. Hello, your child is having a headache. You need to resign from. I have to resign. I started working at factory. I discovered that they're coming from daycare. I have to resign. I went to what's it called again? Security school. I graduated. I got certificate from it. I have the license. I did. Is this 7 or 8 months? I resigned again. So I was like, this is not my field. Why don't I just go back to where I belong, which is airport? Why don't I just establish myself? The government is actually helping. You just have to write your business plan, what you have, what you can do, what you can bring to the table, how are you going to generate customers, how are you going to have more clients? It's not that they're just going to invest in you, you are not going to bring anything, you're not going to do anything. Okay, this is what I can offer. This is what I've been doing so far. Government is ready to support. That is one big advantage about Canada. Just tell them this is what you can do. This is what I've been doing. This is my business plan. Then you are good to go. So I would tell anybody that is coming abroad, if you don't have any handwork, I will not lie you. Me, I love all their job. I appreciate most of my clients that do all this job. But deep down, it's so stressful. You don't have time for yourself. You don't have time for your family. You don't have time to even think because you have to go to work. And minimum wage of like, is it 8 or 12 hours they do every day? Okay, tell me when are you going to have time for yourself? But when you have your own business that you are doing, you can even just choose that I don't want to go to work for 2 days. But your money is coming. Like you're making your money. Everything is coming. You are living fine. No one is going to talk to you and you're not going to challenge you. Yes, baby. I've been home now for the past how many days now? But still, sorry. But still, when clients want to work, they still give me a call. And I do what I go and I deliver my job. That does not stop my child benefit home. That one is at the side too. So I would tell everyone that is work that want to come abroad. It's very, very good, very, very advisable to have handwork. Even if it's what's it called? What is the minimum job you can do in there? Even though it's cleaning, know how to clean very well. Like just not wash plate. Even plate. Just not wash plate very well. You find the job here. Very sure. Know how to know how to take care of a child very well. Know how to do something. Like you find the job, like you'll be comfortable. That's what I would say. Like that's what I have to say. Like at least for now.
All right, Nifi. Thank you so much. I know you need to take care of the baby. Thank you so much, and thanks for joining us yesterday. Your story is really an eye opener. Many Nigerians are running away from Nigeria at this point because, to be honest, nothing's working. So
Can I
thank
add
you.
something?
Thank you for sharing that. I want to bring a truck driver, AJ Smith, Ike J Smith. All right, Niffy, thank you so much. If you have anything to say, just comment. I'll bring you back up again.
All right.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
So go on with what you're saying while I bring the guy.
Can I add something while you bring him?
Yes.
Okay. So one thing about living abroad, you don't know how strong you are until you enter the country. You discover your inner talent, your skills, your strength. You would wonder the things you can do. Unless you explore, you never know. You begin to do your own hair. If something is fault, as the lady said, you begin to find a way to fix it yourself. The things I didn't know I could do, and you learn to improvise too. Even if you're making food, let's say you don't have a garden egg, you go and find eggplants and improvise. So you begin to think critically and quickly just to supplement your life. Yes, I'll let him have the platform. I'll continue later.
All right. Hi, how are you doing? Good morning, afternoon, evening. You're in Canada. What time is it in Canada right now? Hey, your network. Oh. Are you using a Bluetooth?
Yeah, I'm using a Bluetooth.
You have to remove it. The sound is bad.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but your audio.
Okay, hello?
Yes, much better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in Nigeria now. I came from Nigeria week. I landed last week Monday.
You are back in Nigeria.
Yeah, I came to Nigeria. Yeah, I came on vacation.
Okay, tell us your story as a truck driver.
Okay, I left Nigeria and I'm a graduate of political science. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a graduate of political science in Nigeria. I left Nigeria in 2009. I went to Canada. Been in Canada for 13 years now. When I get to Canada at first, because we just live like in Nigeria, but when we get to Canada, we find out you're doing the business, but you have handwork. That's way better. So when Uber came in, we started doing Uber. When we're doing Uber in Canada, I was making $10,000 every month. Yeah. Before pandemic, I was making $10,000 every month. I was making $2,500 every week in Uber.
As profit?
Yeah.
As profit?
Yeah.
How many hours were you driving a day?
Okay, look at it. At first, you can drive as long as you can. Then when Uber now find out, like, some people, when they're driving, they fall asleep. So Uber now is going to shut you off after 12 hours. Once it's 12 hours, Uber is going to shut you off. Yeah, they're going to shut you off. So when the pandemic started, so we start like, people stop entering Uber, people don't go nowhere. So I now go and get a license for the truck driving. So when I get the license for the truck driving, a friend introduced me to it. So now I got a job in a company where they shoot movie. Most of their movies on Netflix. I believe me, those guys have money. So when now we drive truck to the movie sets, so those truck contains camera, lot of things in this truck. So when we drive it to the movie sets, we only spend like 2 hours. They'll pay us for 9 hours. And each hour they pay us like $40. So I was making like $15,000 in a month. Yeah, I'm telling you, I swear to God. I'm telling you, like in truck driving, you just have to have the license. So I was in Nigeria when the pandemic started. So I got stuck in Nigeria for like 9 months. So when I went back to school and get the license because we have a stage of license. We have at the beginning we have something called G1, which is the written test. Then we have G2, which you can go and drive, but you only drive on the streets. Then we have G, which you can drive in the highway. Then we have DZ, which you can drive like a 5-ton or 6-ton truck. Then we have AZ, which you can drive the long trailer. You have to go to school. You have to write exam for all this stuff. Yeah. So when I got this license, believe me, I started making money where they shoot movie. As I'm talking to you now, I just came to Nigeria. I left my job. They sent me a message like, we've started again. So it's like a seasonal job. Like maybe by November now, everybody shut down, everybody go on vacation. By like March, April, we start again. I make like 15 grand in a month. Yeah. And sometimes in a day, I spend like 2 hours. And they'll pay me for 9 hours. Sometimes they are like, we have like 4 movies going on. We can go in a different movie for like 3 different movies for a day. And those people are going to pay me 9 hours in those 3 movies, which is 27 hours. And maybe that day I spend only 6 hours. I swear to God, if you're coming to Canada, just get a job. Like, we know we believe in Nigeria, everybody wants to go to school, but when you have handwork, in Nigeria, if there's a Nigerian guy cutting my hair in Toronto, I pay $65 just to cut my hair. $65, which is like 25,000 naira. Yeah, I cut my head last week Friday before coming. I paid $65. There's a Nigerian guy called Ola that cuts my hair. So getting an handwork, coming to abroad, just go and get something doing. Either you know how to weave hair, you know how to cut hair, you are a plumber. I swear to God, if you are a mechanic, bro, like you've blown. If you are a mechanic, that one is the highest. There is one Nigerian man called K. He has a mechanic shop. This man make money. They makes money because they charge you per hour. They want to change only oil, they charge you like $100. They want to change shaft, they charge like $200. You got to pay. You have to pay. You don't have no choice. I swear to God. Yeah, that's my story. I'm a truck driver now. I'm a graduate. Believe me, I don't know where my result is. I don't know where I keep my result. I go to drive my truck and I come back and drive my Uber. Bro, I make money. I'm in Nigeria now. I came to Nigeria last week Friday. I'm staying for 2 months. Like, if I come to Nigeria, I stay a lot. I spend time in Nigeria because I make money. Like, I work like every day. Sundays, they call me, I go. I work every day.
So when you're off season, it's just like an opportunity to relax with the family.
Yeah, you say what?
When you come to Nigeria, it's an opportunity for you to relax with your family.
Yeah, with my family, yes. It's a point to live with my family for 3, 4, 5 months. I don't check. I don't care. Yeah. That's what I do.
Wow.
Can I?
Okay, go ahead. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me bring somebody else. In the meantime, my sister, I'm listening to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm listening to you, sis.
Okay. So it's very good for everybody to have like hand skills or survival skills because you need it abroad to do things in your own house, as I was saying. The advantages of that is that you have your own flexibility. You work on your own terms and your own hours. If I'm braiding hair for people in my basement, I only choose to book the days I think I can do it. Most of the nurses that I know, African nurses from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, they all have salons in their basement and they are working codedly under the table. So most of them will tell you that cash only. They don't take any money transaction, ATM, cash app, or any money wire system. They want the cash because it's non-taxable. So the salons have a sign and say that bring cash. If you don't have cash, they won't do for you. Yes, and with this, they have disadvantages as well. If you are working for yourself, you have to know where and how to invest your money. Sometimes the money come at you and you get confused. You have to get your own private health insurance. You have to plan for your retirement. You have to have your own disability. Yes, you can't just be taking cash and hoarding it or living large if you don't invest and maybe that day you get crippled or you lose your hands, then that money will not be there for you to use it. I know one barber in Ohio, a Ghanaian barber in Ohio. Oh, he was making money. He was buying Benz, C-Class and all that. He didn't invest. Then, 49, he had stroke. Now, the Ghana community in Ohio have to come around and open a GoFundMe for him. People were so surprised because they thought he was good to go. He had a big house, he had a salon, he had cars. So when you're working for yourself, you need to know when to invest your money rightly so that your money can multiply for you. And we have to stop laughing at people. When I finished high school back in Ghana, we had some colleagues that went into farming. And we used to laugh at them. We're like, oh, he's now a farmer. Ask me today. They have big piggery. Some have grass cutter farm. They have corn, okra, and all that. And they are supplying big restaurants in Accra and everywhere. They have tractors. They have boys working for them. This movie actor, John Dumelo, he recently went into farming. Acting, music, they are all seasonal. You rain, people hype you. It gets to a time, your career goes down the drain. So you have to invest the money in something. So John Dumelo has a big ginger farm, and he's doing well, and he's exporting it, and I think he's now making some ginger juice, and he's like, they have it like shredded into pieces and bottled and packaged nicely and selling it. So if you want to go abroad, you should go learn a side hustle. If it's braiding, if it's sewing, something that would help you make money on the side. You can have your profession. You are a nurse. I am an RN, as I said. I'm a registered nurse. I don't have a side hustle now, but I have a rental property. My husband is into working, fixing houses and all that. So we buy the house, we fix it up, and we rent it. And that's the side hustle. Aside that, I have a YouTube channel that I run. But over here, the good thing is that they hype vocational studies. Nobody looks down anybody because you're a mechanic. And you have to go to school for it and get a license for it. You have to get a license for it. As I said, a truck driver, there's a different class of license you need. If you're driving a sedan, a normal SUV, you just get a basic license and that's it. Cosmetology, if you're doing makeup, massage, and all that, you need to go to school and get certificates for it. If you're an agent buying houses and all that, you need to get a realtor license. As I said, a girl who used to do my hair and charge like $800. She was just buying one house, two houses, but she used to travel far and take classes. She was investing in herself. She was taking classes, and finally she got her realtor license. And now she's just buying houses, flipping houses, sitting at home, not working for anybody, not breaking her back. We come in as immigrants from Africa. We are at the bedside in the hospital. We are nursing homes. You go and do like 18 hours. You come in your whole body. As I said, I didn't go to work today because I'm not feeling well. Yeah, you come and you are breaking your back, and at the end of the day, how much do you even make? And if they are paying you $40 and you do 8 hours, 480 is for 32, 320. That is what a mechanic will do, come in to just assess your house situation. When your roof is bad and the person comes to give you estimate, he walks around, writes something on paper, just looking. When you call the person to come and look at the work, they charge you for it. Like back home, you just call mechanic, come and see my car. Then he comes, no. He calculates the gas that he's going to drive before, that he's going to drive to your house, walk around the house for like 2 hours, give you cost estimates, and you have to pay for him coming to now do the estimate. I don't know if you get it. Just to come and look at the house, he charges you for it. Then he'll now go and do an invoice and do whatever and send you the paperwork. Then finally come and start the work. Something that they can do in 2 hours, trust me. They'll use 1 day to do it because they are by day. One very good job people also do construction, and that is seasonal, especially in areas where we have all the 4 seasons. I live in New York, so the construction, when the snow falls, they use salt. They sprinkle salt on the road for it to melt. So at the end of the season, at the end of winter, there are so many potholes and bad roads. Yes, so the construction workers use, like, this time is construction season. They use April and the whole of the summer to fix the road. You see them young girls all dressed up in the reflector and the boots and helmets at the roadside, covered in bitumen. They work, make their money. The winter time, they are jobless. So they either go and get like snow plowing job. Snow plowing jobs is seasonal. So the time that they are not doing construction, they are doing snow plowing job.
Oh, wow.
So yes, seasonal jobs, you do it. Construction time, they have their season, they do it. Then they go into snow plowing. That same person do it when the snow is over. They go into landscaping. They come and mow your lawn. They come and treat your flowers, your garden, and all. So you can move between 3 jobs in one season when you live in an area that has all the autumn, spring, and all that. Yeah, nobody laughs at you because you are the garbage man. No. School bus drivers, it is not gender specific. You can be a man, you can be a woman, and drive school bus. School buses, they lost a lot of drivers due to COVID. Some were like elderly, and they didn't want to expose their kids and all that. So school buses were given all kind of packages to drivers. You see a sign on the road: school bus driver needed, $35 an hour. What do? You wake up 6 o'clock, take the kids to school, drop them off. You go to your house. When they close at 2 o'clock, you come back and pick them. When school is not in session, you are doing something. There are so many actresses that we still selling in Walmart, in the mall. But people will just come and take videos of them. I saw this person, there was a Ghanaian actress that was working in Walmart. And I think on the side, she sells Ghana food, banku and kenke and all that. People were laughing at her that she's in America and she's selling African food. Do you know how we crave for African food? People drive 4 hours to just go and find African food to eat. So she's making lots of money. But we as Africans don't value handwork. Yes, we all can sit in the office, and it's not meant for anybody. So parents should assess their children. Some kids are so good. 1 year he's putting together calculator and fixing phones and all that. That is a skill the child has. The TV is broken and the child is like 6 months and is playing with the thing and fixing. You need to develop that skill and that talent. I had a little cousin that used to fix phones. Like every broken phone, he will make sure the phone is working. And we realized that he was good at phone fixing. And that is how we encouraged him. And now he's doing good. Please let him have the platform too.
All right. Hello, John. Before I bring you on, someone asked a question. Big shout out to Obiwizi, who's right here with us. Obiwizi is Nigeria's biggest phone dealer. I buy all my phones from him. He didn't pay me to do this because I always pay full price for all my phones. My 13, my what was this one called again? Samsung Z Fold, all my phones. In a year, I can buy 5 iPhones from Obiwizi, sometimes even more. And he always does me well. So that's Obiwizi in the house. If you're looking for where to get a good phone, laptop, anything in Nigeria, Samsung, and accessories too, he has them all. Obiwizi in the building. Check him out. Also, somebody asked a question. What happened to the robot? I think I did a whole video to explain this on YouTube. Now, the robot, initially when I joined, I invested $10,000 of my money in it, and I was making about 20% monthly. The robot was trading Forex. But then they had some issues and they migrated the robot to start trading crypto. I cannot market a crypto trading robot in Nigeria because Nigeria does not support crypto. So I came and I made an announcement and I said, guys, I'm sorry, I cannot continue marketing the robot because it is trading crypto now. And crypto in Nigeria, from the last time I checked, is not allowed. Also, around the time when there was this coin that was hacked, they were also hacked to the tune of 80% of their capital. So they went through a lot of issues. So right now, they sent out letters saying they would refund people's monies, and they're still trading right now. For those who started with Forex, I think they're still trading Forex for those ones who started, but you can't come new unless you're ready to migrate to the crypto robot, and I cannot market that. So that is why I personally stopped advertising the robot and talking about it. I still have my money there. Taste Bud still has $3,000 there. So in this house alone, we have $13,000 inside that robot. And I want to deal with all the issues because somebody asked what happened to the robot, because there was a time when I was marketing it and talking about it as a side hustle, and quite a few people believed in it and invested, and that is where it is right now. So they did say now they're migrating to a cloud. So when they get to the cloud, this is what they said, everything will return back to normal. And I hope they'll offer the services of forex trading again once they migrate to the cloud, and open a new platform. But until then, I'm sorry, I cannot market it. And if your money was in the robot, if you've been able to pull out, quite a few people were able to pull out the money. The rest of them are waiting for the cloud migration and what have you. Like I always told people, here's my handkerchief. When I was talking about the robot, I said only invest what you can afford to lose. $10,000 is not good money. It's not money I can afford to lose, but it's also more. It's not going to stop me from eating. It's not going to stop my children from going to school. It's not going to stop me from getting a new car or buying an iPhone. It's money that will scratch me. I will not feel good if I lose. And to be honest, because I wasn't rolling over, I was getting my profit out. I had gotten almost $7,000 of my money out of the system, before they had the crypto complication and the hacking. So guys, I don't know what to say. I'm an investor just like you. I'm believing in them, hoping that everything will be regulated or sorted when the migration is complete. But for now, all I can tell you is keep your fingers crossed. So Nekunwa, I hope I answered your question properly. He said, what happened to the robot? So if you have any questions or further questions, you can reach me by DM, or you can still drop your question here. I'll pin it again and answer it to the best of my ability. In the meantime, I have John. John said he has a counter opinion. Please, John,
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Daddy Fish, for having me here live.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure. First and foremost, I understand the fact that handiworks are really, really important everywhere in the world, including Nigeria. Just that there's no dignity of labor in Nigeria. Those things are underpriced because there's no dignity in labor. They are underpriced in countries like Nigeria. But let me say this. In as much as handiworks are very, very important, you just mentioned something that they're trying to migrate to the cloud. There is these huge industries that Nigerians are not looking at. And that is the back-end services, data management, Amazon Web Services, Axiom, Google Cloud. These jobs will pay you nothing less than $200,000 annually. I'm not capping. They will pay you nothing less than $200,000 annually, and all you need is a 6-month certification to do this. I am a directional driller. I drill oil wells in the UAE. I'm a directional driller.
Oh boy, today, normally Daddy Freeze comes and teaches. Today, Daddy Freeze comes and learns. I'm just sitting down here learning everything like I'm a child afresh. Oh boy, which one be this one again?
I drill wells in the UAE, but right now I just started my AWS Amazon Web Services course because I want to retire before I'm 40. And that job is a perfect retirement job because all I need is to relocate to my village in Anambra State, have a 35 kVA generator, and I can work remotely from my home for some company in the US, and they pay me $200,000 a year. Now, if you're earning $200,000 in Nigeria, it's different from when you're earning $200,000 in America. And there is huge scarcity of network engineers, software engineers in Africa. There's a huge scarcity of software engineers in Africa.
Oh boy!
These are things that we as Nigerians also don't look at. Like I told someone, if you want to leave Nigeria, like me, my skill as a directional driller, I was made in Nigeria. I worked for an oil servicing company for 8 years in Nigeria. And when I was called from the UAE, they called me, sir, please, when can you resume? We saw your CV. You don't need an interview. This is when your skills speak for you. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this drilling. Tell us a little bit about this oil drilling. Hold on a second, sir. John, because today I'm remembering everybody's name. We had Niffy, we had the other lady, Evelyn, and right now we have Prissy from Ghana, who's been my co-host throughout the entire show. So, John, please tell me, big shout out to you, Neka Spiff. Thank you for what you sent for the feeding. I'm just seeing you in there. Love you, my sis. So, John, back to you. How did you get educated in the system in Nigeria, and how did you start before you even moved to the UAE?
Okay, like, Nigeria has a perfect oil and gas industry. Very perfect. If we can emulate our oil and gas industry, we'll have a working system in Nigeria. I finished school at the age of 20. I finished school at the age of 22. I read electrical engineering, and when I finished school, I moved down to Port Harcourt from Maiduguri. My dad, I was born and brought out in Maiduguri. Moved down to Port Harcourt to touch with my elder sister, and I started looking for a job. And fortunately, I got the job with an oil servicing company, a small oil servicing company. It's a multinational though, but the salary wasn't that good. But for me, I was looking at building a career, and I took the job. 7 years down the line, I was good in what I do. Like that difference, I'm not capping. Right now, I'm speaking to you. If there is any Nigerian who is a wireline maintenance engineer, wireline is a service we run in the oil industry. Who is a wireline maintenance engineer? Tell the person that has up to 5 years experience. Tell the person to send his CV. They will call him for an interview tomorrow. We are scarce. We are very, very scarce. So these are skills Nigerians need to try and develop themselves.
What did you call the skill again? What did you call the skill again?
Wireline maintenance engineer. Wireline services is when you drill a well, when you drill an oil well, you want to know at what depth you have crude oil. What you're looking for is crude, not water. So you want to know at what depth of this well you have crude oil. So our tools go downhole. We use radioactive signals, acoustic signals to determine some parameters of that well that will now tell the customer, okay, at 10,000 feet, you have likelihood of having crude oil, gas, or water. You get? So what the maintenance engineers do is they design the tools that do these things. It's high-tech electronics. But it's I am electrical. I read electrical engineering. But every Tom, Dick, and Harry who is smart can do it. But when we're chasing all the big things, we lose focus. Right now, that the phrase, I don't think I can even migrate to the US. America cannot pay me except I get something very wonderful. Because here in a bad month I make $17,000 tax free without tax.
$17,000.
17,000 US in a bad month. That's in the month I'm not on the rig.
Hold on. I want to calculate your salary for you. You make 9.8 million naira a month on a bad month. This is a bad month for you. 9 million.
Yes.
A bad month. What about a good month?
Yes. That's a month I'm asked to sit in the office and support the rigs. But if I go to the rig, I get about an extra $300 every day.
So in the month total, that's how much again?
Well, it depends on how long. Sometimes I just stay on the rig for like 10 days.
Oh, okay.
I don't leave on the rig. I just go and stay on the rig for like 10 days. So those are called offshore allowance, as in the allowances for staying offshore. So there are lots of things Nigerians can do to make money. There are a whole lot of it. There are a whole lot of things. That the phrase, you see this thing I'm telling you, it's not even only in the UAE. As of when I left Nigeria, directional drillers were making like $500 a day. In Nigeria, Schlumberger, Halliburton, BKUs. I can name a couple of them for you. So what we need to do, I love what you're doing. It's a wonderful platform because it's so good when we go back home and we see people around us fall. We see people around us struggling. You can't be, if you're not rich, if people around you are not rich. That's the truth. So this platform is very nice to educate Nigerians, to make them at least have a focus, have a direction of where to go to. I understand that handiwork pays in the US and in the US, Canada, and the rest. But the truth also is, if you are not properly schooled to an extent, you might not even do well in that handiwork. Education, formal education is just give you that boost to open your brain to learn the things you need to learn. What I do is a skill. It's a skill. It's not, nobody goes to school and teaches you that in petroleum engineering. It's something you acquire. It's a skill you acquire over time. Same as handiworks. Same as handiworks. So Nigerians should be open to all these things. Sometimes when I go to Dubai, I see a lot of Nigerians because I live in Abu Dhabi, because Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE. When I go to Dubai, I see a lot of Nigerians. They come to me, brother, bros, because if when they see a black man and who speaks pidgin English, and they know, okay, from the car you drive, from the way you present yourself, they know you're doing well. They come to you and beg you for a job, and I tell them, I can't help you. The skills you have is not relevant in the industry where I work. As I speak to you now, there are 4 people from Nigeria that I have brought from my former company. They are in the hotel now. They are going through their onboarding process because I am strictly Nigerian. If there's a way I can bring the whole of Nigeria down here to enjoy this, I don't mind. Yeah. I like it when I go to the office and oh boy, how far now you don't do this thing? That is what I want to hear. Not when I go to the office and start hearing people speaking Hindi.
Big shout out to John. John is the perfect place where we stop. We're gonna have another session like this. I promise you guys, we're going to have part 2. This was so interesting. And John, quite a lot of people are sending requests. Are you looking for a house help? Quite a few people in the comment section would like to see if you can help with that. Anyway, guys, it's been Daddy Freeze Live. We have to name this our live because there's nothing we don't talk about.
I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
We need to enlighten our people. It's going to go a long way.
Amen. We're going to do this again next week, and we're going to talk strictly about handwork. And with people like John, with people like Prissy, with people like Eve. Eve was making $1,500 a day from home during the COVID-19 pandemic, sewing nose masks. Another guy was driving an Uber abroad. There are skills as you are sitting down now. What skills do you have? My daughters know how to braid hair. What do you know how to do? Taste Buds knows how to cook almost all the dishes in the whole country. What do you know how to do?
I'll be in Lagos. I'll be in Lagos very soon, and I'm gonna stop by, and I want to taste that. I want to know what the feels of my taste buds really.
Absolutely. Well, what she has is an industrial kitchen that can take care of 3 weddings simultaneously. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a restaurant, but she can deliver.
Can you do offshore?
She can deliver offshore.
Offshore kitchen.
Let's talk in the DM, because for offshore.
Let's talk in the DM. Let's talk in the DM. It's really important. Let's talk in the DM.
Absolutely. But when you do come around, she can always send packaged meals, whatever it is you like. She can cook it, pack it, and deliver it. And you would be tickling your taste buds and be glad you did.
Okay. That'll be nice.
All right, guys. Take care. John, Prissy, and the rest of you. TikTok, thank you so much. YouTube, Facebook, and all of you on Instagram, thank you for joining my live. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be preaching. It's Friday, but next week we'll have another session like this. Very important. Make sure you join. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
TikTok guys, how are you doing? What is going on, people? How are you doing?